Hey everybody, good morning to you from the Sunnyvale Reject out of West Palm Beach, Florida on a drizzly gray ass Thursday morning. I'm coming to you a little bit early this week with a full length video because on Saturday I will be flying to Colombia. Beautiful people, beautiful land, but it's my wife's mother's 70th birthday, so we're going to grab the kid, we're going to fly down and surprise the hell out of her. That's right. Guys, today I come to you with an impromptu video, really. I didn't have any intention of doing this until a couple of days ago when I finally got a chance to see the Prom Queen. That's right, the Prom Queen, based on Fear Street's novel of the same title, The Prom Queen. R.L. Stine, baby. I was so excited about this release, which was May the 23rd of this year, 2025, directed by Matt Palmer. So we're going to talk a little bit about the movie, not so much the book, and then I want to give you guys some Fear Street recommendations that I know you're going to enjoy. If you've never heard of Fear Street or never really got into it and the Prom Queen is your introduction, these books will blow your mind. And if you're a Fear Street head from way back and you're, familiar with most of the titles, some of these will be obscure for you. So hopefully they'll inspire you too to pick up another book. I thought this movie was perfectly cast. I really did. Some of the faces are fresh and new and beautiful and lovable and likable. Others are cast in the way that, though still beautiful, you just want to slap their damn face off. They were made to hate, and you do hate them. So what's going on in the movie is basically you have a masked killer roving shady side, hunting down and killing prom queen contestants one by one. Now, that's the main plot. We have a sub-theme going on, too, with Laurie Granger's character. Now, her father was murdered there in Shadyside, and her mother was accused of the crime, and she had to live with that stigma attached to her entire life. So she's made fun of, she's alienated, she's an outcast, but because of that, she's an underdog, and you grow to root for her and love her, and you want the best for her. Incidentally, she has a friend in the movie named, what was her name? Oh, man. Rachel. No, hang on. Rachel Rogers or Megan Rogers. Excuse me. I think it was Megan Rogers. And I had a friend in high school named Megan Rogers that looked and sounded just like the girl that plays the character in this movie. Except the girl that plays the movie character is 29 years old, and my friend was actually a high school student. So there you go. But it didn't get really good reviews. Rotten Tomatoes out of 60 reviews has it at about 27%. And I think it's IMDb. I'm not familiar with the site too much or what they do really, but I know that they rated it 5.1 out of 10 stars, which is not good. I liked it more than that. I'm going to give it a 4.0 out of 5 stars. And I say, check it out. Look, in this community, we love Fear Street. We love horror, adult and YA. Do you have to suspend disbelief? Sure you do. But you kind of got to do that with just about everything. So just suspend your disbelief. Kick back. We talk about books and movies and music as a form of escapism. Escape the sturm and drang of the boring ass, mundane day to day. That's what I did, and because I wasn't expecting much, I fell in love with the movie. So I definitely recommend that you go check out the Fear Street Prom Queen installment. I think it situates itself between 2 and 3. And you're going to love it. Some of those kill scenes were very abrupt, unexpected, and violent. Yes, there is a lot of blood, and there's also a lot of vulgarities. These are horny, crazy teenagers. Don't forget that. They know not what they do. Their brains are not fully developed. But Fear Street, the Prom Queen movie, in my opinion, was an excellent Friday night movie to watch with your significant other and either enjoy or sit there and just make fun of like you're on Mystery Science Theater. But so far as the movie goes, that's it. But look at this new copy of the book. It was released probably to coincide with the release of the movie. But very, very cool. Okay, moving on. So now I'd like to talk to you guys about some Fear Street recommendations that will blow your mind and keep you entertained. Is that not what it's all about? And like I said, if you've heard of Fear Street and you're familiar, these will be some titles that are a little bit more obscure. The Mind Reader. The Mind Reader. Excellent cover. Stupid sticker. Seeing too much is murder. Oh boy. A bony hand beckons from a shallow grave. But only Ellie Anderson can see the skeletal hand. Ellie has visions. Visions of past secrets and future horror. That's beautiful. I like the way that was written. Her visions have led her to the body of a girl who was killed 2 years before. Now her power may help her find the murderer, unless he finds her first. Look at that old Kmart sticker. Kmart, a thing of the past. The mind reader, baby. Haunted. Might as well go ahead and read Haunted. It's a little bit harder to find. A little bit more expensive than some of the other titles. But dig deep, and you'll come across a copy. Welcome to Fear Street. Melissa woke up screaming the prowler was at her window. Or was he? The recent headlines about a Fear Street prowler had everyone on edge. Her father now kept a loaded pistol in his bedroom. That made it even more frightening and real. Then the haunting began. Her new car driving as if someone else had taken control. Her birthday presents ripped open by unseen hands. An invisible force trying to push her out of the bedroom window. My God. And I'm sure it only gets worse from there. Haunted. Give it a shot. Tried and True. The Sleepwalker. Again, another fantastic cover. Creeping through the fog. It's Snoop Doggy Dog. No, come on, look at that. The Sleepwalker. 1 week after she starts her summer job on Fear Street with old Miss Cotler, Myra Barnes begins to sleepwalk. How terrifying to wake up outdoors in the middle of the night and not know where she is. Myra becomes even more terrified when she discovers Miss Cotler may be a witch. Witches are scary. It's what Holly heard. Do you know what she heard? I don't know. Is she going to keep it a secret? Probably not forever. But if you want to know, read the book and find out. Oh boy, short and sweet on the back there. It's what Holly heard. Do you want to hear a secret? Always say no. Holly did. She learned a terrible secret, and now her friends know it too, because somebody ran their mouth. Someone wants to make sure they never talk about it. Someone who will go to any length to keep them quiet. Lying, threats, and murder. It's what Holly heard. It's going to be your new favorite Fear Street book. The Rich Girl. This was the third Fear Street book that I read, and I really enjoyed it. It's The Rich Girl. I've given this to a couple of students. They've all read it and liked it. They love, look, high school students love Fear Street books. They can resonate with it. As cheesy as you may think it is, they can resonate with it. And R.L. Stine spent a lot of time with his son and his son's friends, studying them, their behaviors, their desires, their needs, the things they love, the things they hate, the music they listen to, the clothes they wear, and all that stuff's pretty accurate in the book. Whom can you trust? Emma Naylor and her best friend Sydney Shue always share their secrets, and now they have a big one. They found a duffel bag stuffed with money. They swore never to tell anyone, but Sydney broke her promise. I told you, nobody can keep a secret, and don't put that on anybody anyway. She told her boyfriend Jason about the money. Now Emma is terrified. She doesn't trust Jason, and she thinks he would do anything to get the money for himself. But would he kill? But would he kill to keep the money? Read the book and find out. Last but not least, on the Fear Street recommendation list, I gotta give it up to The Wrong Number. This was the second Fear Street book that I read, and I loved it. I loved it. And it set the tone for everything else. Everything else that I've read is, actually the tone is consistent throughout these books, and that's kind of hard to do. You know, there's a Fear Street multiverse with all of his spin-offs and stuff, just like Stephen King. The school, the restaurants, the characters, the town, the history. It runs deep, y'all. But The Wrong Number was a fantastic book, and there is a sequel, The Wrong Number 2. It started as an innocent prank. Dina and her best friend Jade like to amuse themselves by prank calling the boys from school. The calls are victimless, and the girls are just having fun. But when Dina's half-brother Chuck realizes what they're up to, he insists that they let him join in, or else he's gonna tell their parents, and they must be ferocious. and beat her unmercifully, or else she would never give in to that. Come on, tell my parents. Maybe parents were disciplined their kids more back then than they do now. Because I know now that kids don't give a damn what you tell their parents. I can tell a kid in the classroom, dude, please put up your phone or I'm going to have to call your parents. And they're like, so what? If you call my parents, do I get to keep my phone out? They don't care. They can't put their phones down. They're vulgar. Except for the murder, they do all the things that these silly Fear Street kids do. Shadyside and Sunnyvale, those rascals. Okay, so that's it. I talked a little bit about the movie, which I loved, and I hope you do too. Just have fun. Rotten Tomatoes went on to say the consensus was that it was uninspired and that it was boring. But no, it wasn't. It was inspired, and I loved it. And it's gonna inspire a new generation of kids and adults to read Fear Street books. Guys, that's it. Well, I am reading this. I always got a little Fear Street book on the burner there. So I'm reading One Evil Summer, and I'm loving it. At one point, the girl in the main character wears a Pearl Jam t-shirt, and I thought that was kind of cool and nostalgic because all that music was really popular when these books were coming out. But that is it. I've given you my Fear Street recommendations. I think you'll love the movie if you give it a chance. And there's a ton of these books, so you can just read, and feel your heart's desire. That's it. I'm shutting up. You guys have so much more to do than listen to me. As always, keep reading. Stay cool. And tell your friends about the Sunnyvale Reject.